From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
It's a big evening of evenings LA with incredible great news about your fourth stimulus check update of 2021 and the breaking news out of South Africa as a new variant has been identified and now a rush to get that recon done sooner than later. The latest breaking news direct from South Africa tonight, the latest statements from the White House, the latest statements from Moderna, and what you need to know about how it impacts the recon and also this economy. The breaking news right tonight on Evenings LA. But we'll be turning back to that incredible recon that has left the House and is now in the Senate. We'll be paying lots of checks, and that recon will be incredible. That recon so far is going to get Senate changes, and those Senate changes will be adding to the existing checks that are in that recon that may be paying more than even $15,000. I'll explain the incredible money in this recon, but no time and place to wait for fourth stimulus, because I can get your bills paid right tonight with third stimulus. There's lots of money available in third stimulus, and you're going to see the viewers who have gotten big money this week. Then student loan debt forgiveness, $10,000 could be forgiven. Fifth stimulus coming right across the corner. I have all those details as the sun is setting here in Santa Monica, California. Those breaking details and more as a big evening's upon us. While the latest breaking news direct from South Africa as what is going on there, Belgium, and also now in Hong Kong tonight. It's breaking news. It's all tonight on Evenings LA, and I'll have incredible details as the number one senator, Chuck Schumer, says he's putting in an MSC. Those details and more as we go into a big evening. The excitement starts right here, right now, as Evenings LA begins. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're having a good day and hope your weekend is going well as well. That recon has now passed the House of Representatives. It is now off to the Senate, and the Senate changes will be robust. No less than 3 checks are going in there, we have been told. But now Chuck Schumer says he's adding in an MSC. On the latest details tonight on Evenings. Then those programs so far in that recon may be more than even $15,000. I'll have the latest calculation of why they may be upwards to $50,000. We'll be turning to third stimulus that's available right now to pay your bills, and I'll have all those details about those bills that can be paid right now under third stimulus. Student loan debt forgiveness, $10,000 by executive order, the offer on the table, and then also the exciting details of that COLA raise, 5.9%. And what does it mean if you haven't gotten the letter from Social Security Administration? I'll explain that tonight. It's a big evening and the excitement starts right here. I'm excited you're here. And this, my friends, is Evenings LA. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers in 1 year, a YouTube record, and 140 million views. I want you part of this incredible family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video and consider becoming a member. Coming up next is Countdown and also Street and Stimulus. And then we got Sirloin and shows at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11:30 tonight, all about your recon. And then I return tomorrow morning at 3 and 3:30 before going into early mornings LA tomorrow as well. Subscribe, like this video, and consider becoming a member. Let's go right into this incredible recon right now. It passed the House of Representatives just a few days ago and now is in the Senate. And the second half of this video, you see the breaking news out of South Africa with this sense of urgency to get this recon done sooner rather than later. The recon so far has lots of checks in this recon, upwards of $15,000, but you're going to see how it may be more than even $50,000 right off the bat. Let's go to the first cluster of checks and suddenly see the big sums of money. Hazard pay got in there. That's for my essential workers. Earned income tax credit, 1 more year. $4,000 of elder care got in there. $4,000 to care for young children. They got the CTC, the child tax credit, about $3,600, 1 year. They got the home repairs if you live in a low-income community. Then they got the Pell Grant, and then they got $12,500 for the purchase price of an electric vehicle. Wow, that's incredible. How do you get these sums of money? I'm going to go over each of these checks later in this video. Stay with me. The first add-on comes from the illustrious Maxine Waters here in Southern California. She got that incredible provision added in there. And what is it? It is the money for the first-time home purchases. And boy, she wanted $25,000. She got a little bit less. I'll have the details of how you get that money coming up in a second. It's huge. Let's turn to the second cluster of checks. Here we go. Home repairs and paid leave. This is big. They got the pre-kindergarten 1-year checks. They got the household tax credit, the paid leave, and also the home repairs. The home repairs in this cluster concerns weatherizing your home. You definitely need to weatherize your home. This is so you can sustain natural disasters or the next worst thing when Joe Manchin arrives at your home with that Maserati. Let's go to the second add-on of checks. And the second add-on of checks is incredible. It comes from Bob Casey, and it's $250 billion. He got a little bit less, but it's still big. And what is it? It is the free home health care if you're on seniors or on disabilities. Wow, this is incredible. $250 billion, a little bit less, but it's for the free home health care if you're a senior and also on disabilities. How you get this money? I have all this money coming up for you later in this video. Stay with me. Let's go to the third cluster of checks. They got in there seniors and free internet. This is the cluster I call the deliciousness. Free school meals for all, cheaper prescription medication, immigration reform, free internet. The farmers, they also got in there the independent contractors and the Medicare expansion. The Medicare expansion truly embodies what the Senate and House looks like tonight. Why? Because the House got 2 of these provisions in there, and the senators are adding 3 more. House got in there the hearing and the Medicaid gap states, and the Senate is adding in there lowering the eligibility age of Medicare, dental, and vision. That's how they rock and roll. And that shows you where the senators look at the situation. They say there's major gaps in this recon. We got a lot to add, and they're adding a lot of stuff. But are they adding it in MSC? Yes, says Leader Schumer, Chuck Schumer. His staff telling a viewer yesterday before Thanksgiving weekend that it's still going in there and that Bernie Sanders is the individual putting it in there. If you missed Holidays LALATE yesterday, a replay of which played today on this channel as well, a viewer was on the live chat and her comment was pinned after she revealed that she picked up the phone to advocate to Leader Schumer's office and advocate for that inclusion by picking up the phone and speaking to a staffer. And the staffer told the viewer right before this Thanksgiving weekend that Bernie Sanders is still putting in that MSC. You need to advocate. What does MSC stand for? It stands for multiple IRS stimulus check. You need to advocate, but don't necessarily use the word MSC because they may not know that an acronym. Use just simple words. I need the money. And you need to say financially, economically, business, finances, medical reasons, why you need that money. Advocate and pick up the phone and call. And what are they looking at? The last time they talked about it, they were saying at least 1 or more checks, $2,000 the first month, $1,000 thereafter for up to 6 months. You need to pick up the phone and call those 6 senators, Leader Schumer, Bernie Sanders, the 2 S's, Ron Wyden, and Elizabeth Warren, the 2 W's, Bob Casey and Chris Coons, the 2 S's. Eligibility, they want to do the same as a third stimulus check, $75,000 less, got it. Married couple, $150,000 less, got it. Double it. Family of 4, quadruple it, they got it. And if you're on benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security Rural benefits, and adult dependents, they got as well. The number 1 legislator that Tom Run Recon says you need to pick up the phone and call. Remember, the best thing you can do is get them on the phone and advocate. Second best is leaving a voicemail. Third best, and substantially not as good, is an email. And the weakest is a tweet. So get them on the phone and advocate. We now have a total between congressional senators' offices receive more contacts of advocacy from the LA Purple Power than the number of signatures in the American petition. Everyone is amazed by the outpouring of touching stories. They have a better understanding of what Americans are going through this pandemic. They have heartbreaking stories, and they have the voice of the people in you, LA, as you have become too loud to be ignored. This is a message from the #1 guy in the recon, his chief of staff. Let's read the last sentence on air together as a family. Please continue your encouragement for the continued advocacy as a professional voice of the people you have become until it becomes law. Amen. You also have to give yourself some time to advocate for your wallet. And that's getting your bills paid right today with what? Third stimulus. Thousands of dollars is available. And viewers this week got upwards of $10,000. I'm going to show you their success stories. This follows other viewers who have gotten on average $45,000 from third stimulus. How do you get your bills paid? It's coming up in the second half of this informational video. We'll be turning to student loan debt forgiveness, $10,000 across the board. We'll be turning to that fifth stimulus coming up in January. What happens? If you haven't gotten the letter, I'll explain the details. Then we'll be looking at the programs in this incredible recon that are likely more than 15,000. We'll be going over the Senate changes that are going on top of that. We'll have the latest breaking details of what's happening in Africa and the new statements from the White House, the new statements from Moderna tonight, the new statements about Hong Kong and Belgium, what you need to know about the situation direct from South Africa and how it impacts your recon. Those details and more coming up after the commercial break. I'll be back with you in 60 seconds.
If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE.
And the excitement continues right now as Evenings LA continues with the recon passing in the House of Representatives off to the Senate. And those Senate changes will add a lot more checks into the incredible recon that is so far paying you a lot of money. The recon may have upwards of $60,000 of checks in there, not $15,000. Why did it grow so quickly? We're going to get your big bills paid right today. That's under third stimulus, student loan debt forgiveness coming by executive order, and then that COLA raise coming in January for my beneficiaries. Plus the latest breaking details out of South Africa. It's a big Evenings LA, and you're going to have my insight about my time last night in the meta universe. Those details and more coming up, and with that, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers is a YouTube record. Join me next as Countdown to LA follows right after this, and then Street and Stimulus. Then the wonderful Sirloin and shows at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11:30 tonight. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, and consider becoming a member. And here we go with the breaking news out of South Africa. The President of the United States quick to react to the news yesterday as a new strain of the virus identified in South Africa. You're looking at footage right now from South Africa, and that virus strain has now caused concerns. It's called Omicron. And immediately today, Moderna had the following statement that for several days we've been moving as fast as possible to execute on a strategy that would address this variant, says Moderna CEO Stefan Barcel. There is no information just yet if current vaccines or boosters work against the current strain, and we will not know that for 30 days. Dr. Anthony Fauci says there's no indication that the variant is in the United States right now. But where is the variant? It is currently originating from South Africa, which you're looking now in these graphics. It has been identified in Hong Kong and Belgium. Hong Kong has at least 1 to 2 cases, with 12 people currently undergoing quarantine in a local hotel. Restrictions have been announced across the globe for travel. Canada, EU, and UK have their set of restrictions, which is slightly different than the United States's, which currently are South Africa, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Lesotho, Eswatini, Mozambique, and Malawi. And the concern about the strain is that the strain carries 10 mutations compared to the Delta strain, which carries 2. It is highly transmittable, highly contagious, but it's still a very fluid situation. I'll stay on top of the breaking news about this variant, which was really identified in less than 48 hours ago. Broke first time on this channel. As soon as it happens, all the latest details. But what does this impact you? It immediately impacts economic issues. Travel and leisure hurt dramatically right off the board. Then economic growth could be stalled. Economic growth stalled in an inflationary environment is very bad. That's what you call stagflation. So you don't want these things compound at the same time. But what does that have to do with your recon? Senators now have more reason than ever to get that recon done faster rather than later because of the breaking news. I'm going to go right into that recon starting right now. The passage of that incredible recon out of the Senate, out of the House, landed now in the Senate, and those changes are coming. But first, we're going to go over the provisions starting with hazard pay. And also that paid leave. Paid leave is a lot of money. How much do they get in there? $1,700 a week if you make $70,000 or more per year. $800 a week if you make $35,000 or more per year. $400 a week if you make $15,000 or more per year. How many weeks? Up to 4 weeks per year. Yeah, that's a lot of money. $5,000 to $6,000. Now, you qualify even if you're not the worker. Let me show you how this works. If you live in a household and you're retired, you don't work, but your son or daughter does work, and they have to take you to the doctor once a week, they'll get the check made payable to them for the household because they have to take you to the doctor. It's for anyone that has illness in the household. Doesn't have to be the employed person. It can be someone else in the household. They also got in there the raising up of the SALT cap. Under the 2017 Trump tax overhaul, there was a limit on the amount of you can deduct on the federal tax return of state and local taxes, $10,000. Now it'll be $72,500. They got in there big free money for learning how to get a new trade, and this is free job training. It is $40 billion, very big because a lot of people are changing jobs. They want to learn a new job, and I have a lot of seniors who want to go back into the workplace, even part-time, because the salary is so good, you'll be able to under fifth stimulus. They got the Medicaid gap fix done. This is the Republican 12 states where they refused to pay for Obamacare. Now they got solved. 12 holdout states will have years of subsidized private insurance offered to low-income people who are uninsured currently in those states. It's incredible. And then we get to the housing aid, $150 billion across 6 programs. The best part is incredible recon. Get that pen and paper ready. Here's the big moolah. It is the repeat of the 3 items from third stimulus: rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and then 3 new items, which are home repairs, weatherize your home, and also first-time home purchases. All right, let's go over those first 3 items. They're repeating from third stimulus, and the great news, you don't have to wait for fourth stimulus. You can get them right today under third stimulus. This is the part of the recording where I show you how to get your bills paid right now, where you can get rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, food, and other items paid right now, and you qualify. I'm going to start with our inspiration stories. If you have an inspiration story, send it to me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, private message. And the inspiration stories are from this week. They are, in some cases, less than 48 hours ago. 48 hours ago, we learned from Mary Lou that she got 3 months of pass of rent at $900 a month, plus electric, plus water. I appreciate you so much. You're the best. Thank you, Mary Lou. I like her story for several reasons. One, she got $900 a month of rent. Yeah, you can get big money as a rent. Number two, she got 3 items. Yes, good job. Morel got 6 more months of rent. Previously got rent before and thinks may get another round of rent thereafter. That's how you have rocket morale. Morel continues to get round after round, and that's what I teach in these videos. Jay Graham got $5,000 of rent and also got some utilities. Good. Jay Graham, congratulations. Get some more money for those other utilities. Jay Graham says, I speak for all of us. We love you, LALATE. I love you too, Jay Graham. Scarpia got Snap. Melissa got rent and also electric and another utilities. $10,000 this week. Congratulations to Melissa. Larica got free wood to 2022. People love her story, especially Terry Rose. What is free wood? Her home is run on wood. Wood burning stove, wood burning kitchen. Yes, she got free wood to 2022. And that's how we rock and roll. So get that pen and paper ready. We'll start first with eligibility. You qualify. You qualify. Single or married, children or no children, red state or blue state, adult dependent or not, young or old, on disabilities or not on disabilities, ahead on bills or behind on bills. You qualify. We're going to start first with the rent. The rent has gone up a lot. It was $20,000 to $30,000 on this channel about 3 months ago, and this was the graphic then. Well, guess what? The money has gone to $40,000 now. Yeah, viewers have gotten better at this, getting this money. So it's just huge. Where do you get this money? 6 places. Here are the 6 places you must reach out to. City Hall, City House Authority. County Hall, County House Authority. State Hall and State House Authority. And the keywords you say are rent assistance because of COVID. Mortgage utility assistance because of COVID. There you go. There is a couple of musts. 1, you must reach out to all 6. Number 2, you must say the keywords. Number 3, you want to read that statement from Treasury identifying the additional rounds of rent. And finally, you need to get applications on file everywhere, and you need to get multiple rounds. So if you got a round earlier this year, get another round today. If you got a round yesterday from one group or an organization, get a round from another organization today. Do the same thing for mortgage assistance, utilities. Wow, it's gone up a lot. It was $5,000, now it's $15,000. You're going to get this by reaching out to all your utility companies. Snap, get it. It is money for food. You get it from Department of Agriculture. If you got a third stimulus check, you should not be paying for your own food. You get it from Department of Agriculture, and it's a lot of money. Mark's brother-in-law is getting $25,000 a year from this channel. Over the next 10 years, Mark's brother-in-law will get $250,000 because he found LALATE. Then combos. Started with Nisi and Art Sullivan. They each got 3 items. They inspired a whole generation of viewers. Now, Mark had 2. At 32, I said to Mark, get your third. He did. He got $50,000. Now he's got another item, so he's over $100,000. Lorraine, she was at 105, and now she's at 120. Which brings us to Johnny, who truly embodies how you do this right. Johnny started the week at 0 items. By the middle of the week, he and 2 other viewers had 3 items. $45,000 from this channel in 3 days from 3 items. But Johnny heard my recordings. He didn't stop at 3. He got more items. He got, by the end of that week, 7 items approved. Embodies everything I teach on this channel. He did not call 7 phone calls. He had to have made 15 phone calls because you're not going to have 100% yeses. 15 phone calls in 1 week, that's how you do it. How much did you get? $80,000 in 1 week. You could do it. A lot of people have. Second part is Johnny's story I really like a lot. He reached out to his family members, and the next Monday said, hey, I want you to get this money as well. And they said, what is it? I got $80,000 from third stimulus from LA. They said, oh, I know about him. But wait a second. I thought there's nothing else in third stimulus except a $1,400 stimulus check. That's all I heard on broadcast media. He said they don't cover it. LA covers it. Let me show you how to do it. And they did. By the end of the week, each of them had $50,000. Wow. That truly embodies the landscape right now. The landscape right now is, this is the number 3 broadcast channel for finance in the United States. Number 1 is a channel that covers stocks. Number 2 is a company that covers the economy. This channel covers geopolitical news. That's what I cover. I don't cover stock, futures, options, trading. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist because I don't cover it. It means that I just don't cover it. When you look at the number 1 channel, they don't cover geopolitical news in this detail. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It means they just don't cover it. And that brings us back into forced stimulus. We left off at the housing. Let's go into the next three provisions from forced stimulus. Wow. The first-time home purchases, this will be money given from the U.S. government to the seller during escrow. Home repairs, low-income community, and then the weatherize your home. Windows, glass, roof, all homes across the board. It's incredible. Let's go over the other provisions in this recon. They got $150 billion of in-home health care for my seniors, people on disabilities. Then they got the $550 check for the Pell Grant College recipients. And then one of the most fascinating, most talked about provisions, $12,500 for an electric vehicle. This is a big one. This is a big shocker. In previous years, you would go into a dealership, look at an electric car and say, oh, interesting. It would say something like $30,000 minus $7,500 of tax rebates. Means you have to pay $30,000, then file a tax return, and then get back $7,500. Not this time. No, this is different. And the way they are reportedly proposing is the following. You go in the dealership, it'll say $30,000 minus $12,500 instant savings equals the price you pay. You don't pay $30,000 anymore. At the time of purchase, the federal government will give a check to the seller. Instant savings at the time of transaction, at the time of purchase. Wow. The second provision does not make sense. Why? It says U.S. auto manufacturer. Okay, let's take Ford, for example. U.S. labor. Okay, Ford union labor. Pretty good. Electric car. Okay, the Ford Mustang Mach-E. Electric. Very simple. And made on U.S. soils. Hold up. Here's a problem. Two problems. One, violates U.S. trade policies with Mexico and Canada. Says you can't have a policy that discourages buying one product over another product. Cadillac Lyric, Tennessee. Mach-E, made in Mexico. Can't do that. Number two, the cars are much the same cars. The only difference is one's made in Mexico by our workers. Another one's made in the U.S. territory. The current writing of this language leaves only about 3 cars eligible under the recon. Can't have a provision where 3 cars qualify. They got $65 per child per month when they're not in school. And then we get to the greatest provision of this recon, the cheaper medication. Day one. The most expensive medications, 20 of them, will be discounted on Medicare Part B and Medicare Part D, which includes cancer, arthritis, and diabetes. For example, the price of a dose of insulin will drop from $1,000 to $35 overnight. Then it will grow to 30 medications by year 2028. They cannot increase more than the rate of inflation. If they do, there's a penalty provision. Hold up, penalty provision? No, says Pat Toomey, the Republican senator. I agree. These are among the issues that the Senate parliamentarian is set to rule on as early as next week. Her job is to rule on what belongs in a recon and what violates rules of recon. That provision likely gone. Immigration reform likely gone. She previously ruled it cannot go in a recon. And then paid leave, we will see. Now get that pen and paper ready. We're almost ready for those additional checks. But first, when we look at those MSCs, it's ironic because the senators that talk about MSC are the same senators who say there's a major gaps missing that need to be filled in this recon. That's the 2 S's, Sanders, Schumer, Casey, Coons, Warren, Wyden, saying it's the best bill since the 1960s, Bernie, but it has some major gaps in there. And those major gaps will be filled on the Senate side. You're looking at this graphic, 15,000. It's certainly not 15,000 right now because it repeats those provisions from third stimulus to pay you 45,000. Then it adds in that car. So we're clearly over 60,000 at the moment before the senators add those changes in there. And what are those changes? I'm going to go over those in a second. But let's go over some more checks starting right now. And those more checks start with the universal pre-K. 3 to 4-year-olds free 1 year of checks. Childcare back-end checks. The enhanced child tax credit. Either $3,600 or $3,000, 0 newborn to 17 years old in a low-income family. The earned income tax credit, hazard pay, 1 year back-end checks, home health care, covered benefits, and then the hearing aid. It's a hearing aid that would be a likely check to your hand. We went over the Pell Grant, we went over the money for food, and then we went over the housing. So what are the provisions that Bernie vows to add in there? Wow, a lot of provisions coming in there. So far, the ones we know about is the push to add the MSC. And Bernie also says dental, vision, and lowering the eligibility age of Medicare. Let's go over that. Lowering the eligibility age of Medicare, he wants it at 55. It's currently 65. Bob Casey wants it at 60. Then dental. Bernie wants 10 years of full benefits. I don't think that's possible. He also said 3 years of full benefits. I think that's possible. Last provision, it was at that point in this recon, it was $850 checks. I don't think that works. Not enough for a procedure. Then he wants vision in there, a pair of frames and an eye exam once per year. $150, send it out, we're done. We're done until Frame Wars comes around, which is coming back in just a few days. But for now, let's turn to some student loan debt forgiveness. They can go by executive order. No time or place to wait for the student loan debt forgiveness. The Democrats should take the offer. The offer, $10,000 executive order right now. Democrats should take it. It would not preclude them from getting more money next year. The president already forgave student loan debts for people who became disabled. People went to work in the nonprofit sector. People went to work in the public sector 10 years after graduation. Fifth stimulus, your benefits are going up next year based upon COLA. Have you received the letter from Social Security Administration? Today on Morning to LA, a lot of people in the live chat said, I haven't received the letter. The news is that you don't have to worry at all. The letter is a by the way letter. It's not a letter you have to receive to get the benefits. The letter is a by the way. Your benefits automatically, with or without the letter, are going up 5.9% on January 1st. That's automatic. It's for you. If you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, rural benefits, veterans benefits. Here is an urban legend, and I see it pop up maybe once a week, and I saw it pop up today. A viewer in the live chat said, yeah, but they're going to raise your rates and then your insurance is going to go up in your Medicare. Untrue. Please don't post that fake fact. It's about as fake as turkeys gobble when you sing Christmas carols to them. It's a fake fact, so don't post that. All right, let's go over the COLA raise. Not enough, 5.9%. That's why they want to do fifth stimulus. It's going to raise your benefits up if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, rural benefits, veterans benefits, and then it's going to apply a new benchmark, replacing COLA. It's going to be inflation, which is 2 to 3% every year. That means you're going to get 1, 2, 3 lifts in 1 year. They're going to remove the asset cap and remove the income cap as well, and you'll be able to go back to work and still stay on benefits. Finally, they're going to remove the marriage penalty, and love is going to win, and you'll be able to do a pair dance at your own wedding, and Rob and Sandy will be able to get married and no longer fear loss of benefits. Finally, if you haven't become a member, what are you doing? The link is under the video. Become a member today and get that incredible newsletter that comes out Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time via the YouTube alert system. That membership newsletter features all the big money under first, second, and third stimulus and features all the money you should get. It features the 6 places you reach out to, the keywords you say. It features the 5 nonprofits. It features the treasury statement. The viewers who are members of this channel are winning. They're getting big sums of money, thousands, 5,000, 10,000. Average viewers gotten $45,000 from third stimulus. Members see these details in the newsletter and they apply the information to the situation. If you're not a member, there is always a non-member who doesn't get the newsletter, doesn't listen to the video, and does a version of what I say in the video. Version of what I say in the video for getting your bills paid does not get it paid and gets you into sometimes a brick wall where you say, I don't understand, why did I not get this? You have to literally follow what I say in the video. If you follow what I say in the video, you're going to win. And who's also winning? Who's also winning? People who got their Christmas trees up early. One of the hit shows of 2020 is back in 2021. It's called Holidays LA. And boy, is it a lot of fun. Yesterday's Holidays LA, which aired earlier today, featured that big news about that MSC from one viewer. What is Holidays LA? It starts the first half of the show with this type of coverage, live, the latest breaking news on this subject matter. And then the second half of this video is about the holidays, holiday decor, decorating, keeping things on a budget, holiday spirit, holiday music, holiday clothing, how to prepare a Christmas tree. It's a fun show, and revamped for the 2021 season is even better. with live interaction in the second half. It's live morning, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. And boy, yesterday's show was the most watched episode of any show on this channel in the last month. Oh boy, it was a blockbuster. If you missed it, here again is Holidays LA. And that is Holidays LA. Join me daily at 11 a.m. to excitement of the holiday spirit on Holidays LA, live Monday through Friday, and continue also on the weekends at 11 a.m. Saturdays and Sundays. Meantime, what was I doing last night? Last night I was in the meta universe. Where did I go? I went to the meta universe. No joke. I just figured I had to take a trip. I haven't had a vacation in a while. So my vacation was to the meta universe. It was fascinating. I'm not joking. How do you go to the meta universe? In this case, I went to Decentraland, covered on Overnight's Crypto. It's in the live broadcast right now on this channel. I went to Decentraland. It's totally free. And there was a couple of events last night. Did you go? Oh, you didn't? Well, you should have joined me. It's totally free. Went to the event. How did I get there? Well, it sends you coordinates and it sends you where to land. And I landed. And there was, in this case, it was a Japanese art showing in the meta universe. Fascinating. I looked at the art. Didn't really care for it. And then there was a house for sale. No, a lot for sale. With a commercial building on it. And I looked at it, I said, oh, this is perfect for Sirloin. So what is Sirloin doing? I think Sirloin is looking for new land to put a meta-universe casino. Can you imagine going into the meta-universe, the purple power, all the spirit of the viewers of this channel internationally going into the meta-universe, hanging out at the casino when shows aren't airing, or going into the meta-universe and watching shows from YouTube in the meta-universe at the casino? It just sounds too good to be true. The ironicness is it's true. All these things are available in that meta universe, from buying real estate to renting out real estate, putting up artwork, to bumping into people. But one of the things very obvious in the meta universe is you cannot tiptoe up on top of other people. So no tiptoeing. Because why? There's a little chart on the left in the upper corner that shows anyone that's near you. Ironically, you would have thought that with all the talk about the meta universe, that with an art showing and, thousands and thousands of acres available, that there would be 200, 300 people there. There was 4. There was 4. Yeah, sort of like the viewership of other YouTube channels. There was 4 people at the art showing. So tonight there's other parties in the meta universe. I will be back in the meta universe. If you want to know my coordinates, send me a private message and I'll tell you where in the meta universe I am, and we will figure out which is the better party to go to. Sound too true to be true? It is not. It is the current landscape of where we're going. A digital environment in which we can interact, buy and commerce, sell land, buy land, and advance as a society. It is all wonderful. And the best thing about it is that there's a troll, you can run right away, run away from them. There's no Uber and Lyft that I saw just yet, so there's a lot of walking. Good thing is your feet don't hurt in the meta universe, so you don't have to buy tennis shoes. But you can also buy tennis shoes in the meta universe as well. What is that all like? It's just a lot. And it is much like the spirit of a show coming to this channel, Calcino. Calcino will be coming to this channel in the next few days, and it features the magic of three of the biggest personalities all in one show. Sirloin is a star, featuring Javita Light, and also the return in over a year of Blaine66. You haven't not seen Blaine66 on this channel. If you were not a viewer of this channel in 2020, this will be the first time you meet Blaine66. I don't know how they're going to do Blaine66 and Sirloin in the same video, because Blaine66 loves his meat ribs and Sirloin has meat ribs that are not for eating. So I'm not particularly clear how they're going to pull this off on this channel, but there's that magic of television. And if you've not seen it, a few nights ago, that new trailer dropped, and it's that new trailer for the incredible Calcino Sirloin Javita Lake Blaine66 show. Let's take a look and see the magic together on Calcino. Wow, that's a lot. So join me at Calcino, join me in the Meta Universe, join me on Holidays LA, and join me next on Countdowns, coming up right after this video. The latest on the variant, the latest on Stimulus, and then I'm back with you with Street and Stimulus, followed by Sirloin, then shows at 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 11:30, and then back tomorrow morning at 3 and 3:30 before early mornings LA tomorrow morning at 4. Then countdowns, morning's countdown at 7, and then back live with you at 9 a.m. with Mornings LA. So subscribe. At 400,000 subscribers, YouTube record. I want you part of this incredible family. Hit that subscribe button. Like the video and consider becoming a member. Stay informed, stay focused. Have a beautiful evening and stay with LA for more.